To those esteemed, honorable, notable, and most noble viewers, to those among you, to those students who are not familiar with the cosmic philosophy of the order of Christian mystics, no, I did not say Christian mistakes, but we will talk about Christian mistakes. But to those of you not familiar with cosmic philosophy of the mystics, Christian mystics of the Umbanda New Earth Ashram for compassion and strength, to those who are not accustomed to a planetary viewpoint, to a law of one mentality, to a unity consciousness, and are therefore more accustomed to your local, and therefore, dare I say, very limited one, it may seem fantastic for me to sit here and assert that the thoughts and actions of humanity, that our collective energies, our thought energies, our egregores, our thought forms have anything to do with storms, earthquakes, and cataclysms. However, a deeper study of the law of cause and effect, some call it karma, but cause and effect, and of the radioactivity of living forces will show that this is so. The forces of nature operate in a rhythmic and cyclic manner, season following season, with the precision of a gigantic cosmic clock. These changes normally come about in a harmonious manner. The snow falls gently to blanket the earth, protect the seeds from winter killing by the intense cold, and to fill nature's reservoirs with moisture for the coming season. The rain descends to refresh the earth and its children and supply them with water. The wind blows mildly or strongly to circulate and purify the atmosphere according to meteorological conditions, all in peace and harmony and cooperation. But where great clouds of inharmonious mental and magnetic force have been generated by mankind, they tend to find expression through the forces of nature, and thus the equilibrium and rhythmic harmony of nature is upset, and destructive expressions of normally constructive nature forces take place. Let us keep in mind that the heresies of Galileo's day are now universally accepted scientific facts. If the seemingly absurd theory that such vastly remote causes as storms in the photosphere of the sun, sunspots, can so upset the magnetic balance of the earth and its atmosphere as to produce marked climatic changes, has been proved true and accepted as scientifically correct. If the invisible radiations of human thought exert a sufficiently physical force to affect a photographic plate and produce a scotograph of the thought held at the time, as in the hundreds of experiments of Dr. Baraduc in Paris, is it any more strange or unreasonable to assert that an accumulation of millions of such streams of thought force of an intensely inharmonious character of the evil that infects this land should affect and upset the harmonious balance of nature forces and find expression in destructive storms? The evil that men do lives on and on. There is a Christianity that struts and boasts, a Christianity full of riches and swagger. There is a type of Christianity full of carnal energy and worldly success. It is a Christianity so full of self that it is virtually devoid of God. That kind of Christianity is headed for a major fall. That Christianity is like the church of Laodicea in the New Testament times, which said of itself, "I am rich, I have acquired wealth, and do not need a thing." It was a church that flexed its muscles, a church that had arrived, a happening church. But Jesus saw things differently. He said, But you do not realize that you are wretched, pitiful, poor, blind, and naked. That was from Revelations chapter 3, verse 17. What an extreme contrast in perceptions, as the Lord said in another context when rebuking the religious leaders of the day. You are those who justify yourselves in the sight of men, but God knows your hearts. For that which is highly esteemed among men is detestable in the sight of God.
Namaste, Namaskaram.